Plaintiff Danny Holman and his wife Sandra say they met the defendant 13 years ago when he started dating Sandra's daughter. Danny claims after the defendant had a baby with his stepdaughter, he denied the baby for 2 years until a DNA test proved otherwise. And Danny's suing the defendant for the remainder of a boat loan. Defendant Eric Zimmerman and his wife Christy say Danny has been verbally abusive to Christy's mother since they got together, which is why Christy refuses to be around him. Eric insists the boat was a gift from Danny, and therefore he refuses to pay him anything.
Start with you.
It basically started about 12, 13 years ago when my daughter got messing with him right there, got pregnant, lived with us 2 years, never had anything to do with it, but...
Who never had anything to do with what?
Never had nothing to do with our granddaughter.
2 years.
She had to do DNA tests and prove that he was the father of the baby.
Okay.
This is what
he tried to deny paternity.
Yes, sir. Okay. Yes, sir, she did. Anyway, it rolled on about 5 years. She got hooked up back up with him there and basically moved up here close to where we was living at there.
Where's that you live?
Brookwood, Alabama.
Brookwood, Alabama?
Yes,
okay.
Sir. Anyway, they moved back.
You know, I was with, I'm very proud of this. Yesterday I was with Leonard Skinner, the group that sings Sweet Home Alabama.
Yeah.
And we're mutual fans. They say they watch me every day.
Oh, that's great.
And I love that song.
Are awesome.
That's right. I was a little surprised that, that I get such a avid viewership from Southerners, rock and roll, country / Southern musicians. That was a pleasant surprise, and they were pleasantly surprised that I loved their song. They're one of my favorites. Kid Rock brought it back. Yeah, he brought it back in a big way. Mm-hmm. You like it too?
I love it.
Yeah. Sweet home Alabama. Go ahead. I'm sorry, sir.
That's fine. Anyway,
deviate.
Basically last year they moved up very close to where we was living at, and lights get turned off. He wouldn't have support, wouldn't work. He had money to buy beer and stuff.
Let me hear from you, sir. You want to give me some background? He says that you initially weren't a good boyfriend.
We have problems everybody has.
And you would not accept paternity. And then when you got back together, you were kind of, I don't know how to put it, I'll use my regular word, you were trifling about paying your bills.
No, sir.
Okay, you tell me some background.
Basically, I've never had any problem with him up until about a year ago when we got a phone call from her mother when he got drunk on whiskey and throwed her out of the house.
You got drunk and threw her out?
Yes, sir. And I went up there to help her. And he come around and had a confrontation with me. And when I pushed him off of me, he hit his head. And when he called the cops, and when they got there, after he done hit me 2 or 3 times, and I didn't press no charges, they could see.
So he's making this up because he had a hit on the head?
No, sir. No, sir. The police was called up there, and I did put her out of the house and locked the door. When the police left, he made both of them leave. Not me, I stayed at the house.
You admit to putting your wife out.
Yes, sir. Sure did.
Do you care to try and make yourself look better, like kind of give a reason or explain it away?
Running that mouth, and I was tired of it.
So you're making it worse. You're making it worse.
That mouth.
This is the only bad thing we probably had. And
all right, but I suggested that you take the opportunity to make yourself look a little better.
Yes, sir.
You did the opposite. I thought you were going to say she attacked me, and so to prohibit any physical violence, Your Honor, I just kind of asked her to leave. But you say because she was running her mouth.
She's nothing like that.
Yes, you threw her out.
No, she's outside smoking. I just locked the door.
Stop while you're behind. Stop while you're behind, sir, before you get any further behind.
Anyway, last year...
It's not anyway, sir. You're not... Let me get back to him, sir. Yes, ma'am.
My mother has been married to this man for over 10 years, and he has been mentally and verbally abusing her for years and years and years. I have never liked it. I have spoke my mind about the problem. I told my mother she could put up with it, but I'm not going to, and I do not want to be anywhere around him. I just want this to be over. I love my mom. I don't understand why my mom's not speaking about anything. If she's afraid
He
to
says
talk.
your husband is trifling. Does your husband pay the bills or does he keep you in the dark? He says he keeps you in the dark.
We're fine. We've just recently married.
Never been in the dark.
No, sir.
Lights never turned off.
Never turned off.
Cable, phone.
Cable, phone, what else? Cable been turned off?
The cable has been turned off.
Phone?
Yes, sir. No, we've never had a house phone. We keep cell phones.
So they had a house phone, it got turned off.
All right. Let's get to the boat loan you're suing about.
Okay. Last year, I did give Eric the boat.
As a gift?
No, sir. He was actually supposed to have me cut grass stuff around the house. My wife wanted to have it for the kids and everything else. And he's supposed to have me cut grass
I
and
missed
everything.
a little bit of that, but I got your point.
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead.
Well,
Not trying to make fun.
He helped me cut the grass about 3 times. There's a big tree down there supposed to have cut. We cut it half in 2. Didn't finish the job there. But I explained to him that I still owed money on that boat when I give it to him, and I would keep making payments.
When
on
you
it.
say you gave it to him, was that what was the condition? What was supposed to happen?
He wasn't supposed to sell the boat till I got it paid off. I still owed money to the bank. It
You
got
said
linked.
I'm going to give you this boat, but don't you do anything with it until I pay it off.
Yes, sir. He's supposed to be helping me do the yard work around the house for the boat.
Okay, sir, let me hear the agreement on the boat from you.
No, sir, it wasn't conditions. That was a whole different matter on the grass part, but he gave it to me as a gift.
Yes, sir. The boat was sitting in the yard for more than 2 to 3 years with a hole through the top end of the motor, the power head. It was not runnable. Once Danny said that we could have the boat, we took it to a mechanic and had it repaired so that
Approximately when did he tell you?
this was approximately in May of 2009.
When did the issue of getting the boat back or the lawsuit or the money, when did this come up?
It came up
What
about
month
a
and
month
year?
after we sold the boat.
When was that?
We sold the boat May the 8th of this year.
And there were no conditions when he gave the boat to you. Did he say, don't get rid of it until I pay it off?
I never heard any of that. No, sir.
And you say there were no conditions. No. All right. Yes, ma'am. You wanted to say something?
There were conditions to
What were
the
they?
situation. We were going to give them the boat, and the conditions were we wanted it kept in the family, that we were still paying on it, and we would keep paying the payments.
No one wrote anything up
No,
on
sir.
any. I don't know. Try to do something else to convince me. Somebody, give me.
I have a statement from my sister-in-law. She took a camping trip with my mother and my stepfather at the end of June this year. And
What did she say?
I have a written statement from her.
Read the part that makes a difference.
He stated that he gave Eric and Christy permission to make out a bill of sale so that they could purchase the tag for the boat. We
Did it happen? Is there a bill of sale?
yes, sir, we do, and I signed it.
No, I'm sitting here begging you all. So was there anything written up? And then you show up with every single thing you need. A bill of sale, a letter from a witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
Really, what were you thinking about when I asked that question?
I was listening to what he was saying.
Everybody was quiet when I asked that question. Tell me what you have in writing, man. Sir, did you sign a bill of sale?
I'd have to see it. I don't remember signing one.
Show it to him. You don't know your signature, sir? Is that your signature?
No, sir, it's not. We're not going to show this right here where we signed for the original loan on the boat.
Okay, and let me see your driver's license
Oh, okay.
to compare signatures. And this is saying what, ma'am?
He gave me permission to make out the bill of sale. I made out the bill of sale, and I signed his name with his consent. Yes, sir.
Sir?
Yes, sir.
Did you tell your stepdaughter she could
In front
sign
of
your
him.
name on your behalf?
No.
Your signature doesn't match. And it appears that someone tried to copy his signature. as opposed to signing it in whatever manner. If you're told, you can just sign my name. They haven't seen his signature enough to know how it looks. Yet they try and duplicate his signature, just didn't do a good enough job. Therefore, I'm going to grant his judgment because I believe this is a fraudulent document trying to be perpetrated against the court. $3,132 is your judgment. They're really not going to have any lights now, sir. Take it easy on when they pay it, all right? Have a good day.
A lot of that's not true. We have had some problems the past year, and a lot going on.
First of all, I would never sign any document without giving permission to do so. I've never done anything of the sort in my life. I was given permission to sign the document.
I love her.
She's my mom, and I love her, but she can put up with it. I'm not going to.